Are socialists mostly hipsters? Yes, I think so. Because they hate edgelords and they use irony jokes. And the fun part is socialists are often part of the authoritarian groupings, and part of being authoritarian is trying to essentially have a one state solution. Often it dates back to the 20th century. And the whole thing with fascism was actually made by a revolutionary Marxist of Benito Mussolini, and it was due to the infighting by socialists back then that created fascism. So whenever you hear a socialist or a low energy hipster try to label you a fascist for not agreeing to authoritarian rulings by socialists, just mention that socialism, in a sense, created fascism. The only main difference is socialism is about globalism, and fascism is about nationalism. But they both have one thing in common, and that is authoritarianism. So you can just say that socialism created fascism, and essentially, it is about it is a slur basically. It is a slur that is a thing to kind of make you. Um, Basically, it's a slur for people who are not socialist. That's what it means. And hipsters are very low energy, and they really just have zero. Uh, it's like the brain capacity is like it's like they don't really value hobbies as such. And I'm not saying that people are perfect or anything, but it's like with the low energy hipsters or a potted or anything, they seem like they are all socialists and they just are very arrogant and smug and such. So that's the value system that I think is that does seem to be very much on the left. And and uh, and the thing is, I think this is mostly the American problem because they have the two party system and they kind of promotes this obnoxious type of people. And what is really the best is try to go for a third party system and don't go for socialism. Just go for social democrat or something or some party that wants to make districts less centralized. Something that makes sense. Social democrat is a welfare state, but it does try to promote trying to get people out in work and such. The point is though, the two party system in the USA does feel very authoritarian, but the hipsters of socialists are just it's the epitome of the most narcissistic type of people. So it's like it's like the worst form of a kind of it's really just bad behavior. I can say that much. It's not appealing. It's really just very in your face and just I don't like hipsters really. It's just the culture is so bad. I mean, I would even condemn if right wingers were to become hipsters. And I'm projecting a little bit here, but I just noticed that socialists, at least in this day and age, does seem to be very low energy hipsters, and a mostly American one who just can't try to be energetic or try to get a hobby or get out of the mindset of doing one track thing. And I also read up stuff that if you don't try to do different things, then you will actually develop Alzheimer's. Like for example, if you go one road each day, that apparently it's just the same thing. But if you try to take a different road sometimes, that will actually lessen the Alzheimer's. So yeah, that's just what I want to say. So the important thing is to try to have a value system that works, but also to oppose any form of authoritarianism. And the way that socialism works is it has its origin in authoritarianism. And the way the two-party system works in the United States, it's almost like it tries to reward that type of mentality, and that's why it sucks. And that's why you have to rely on the third-party system. The third-party system, which is derogatory to begin with because it's just parties that you agree with ideologically, and that's how it should work. But the way that the lobbyists want to think is to believe that there's only two choices, so that the lobbyists can run off with special interest group and just get you to vote for it forever instead of trying to vote for something that you actually agree with. So that's what I want to convey. Maybe it's the last bit I'm gonna make on this because I think I've covered pretty much all on politics. But yeah, feel free to agree or disagree. Thank you and bye.